Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to make a large 8x8 card with you all, and I wanted to use up some lace and some handmade flowers that I've done in the past because I think I'm kind of neglecting all those yummy things that I've got. So I've already got out a few of the things that I'll be using, and I'll be using this 8x8 cardstock, and this is a cream card and it's from Hobbycraft. So I'll be using one of these, and these are really nice quality, and you can get packs of 25 or packs of 50 I think. So I'll be using this, and I have some papers and some cards. So I've got a layer here which is going to be the first layer. Then I've got some random bits and pieces. So I've got some text paper from some old book, and I've also got a couple of these they're from a Prima collection called Rosie Bell. So I've got two of these 4x6 note cards that I'll be using, and I'm going for like a vintage kind of a look with this. I've already pre-cut a die, and I'm going to put all the information of products I've used on this card below for you. So I've got this scrap piece of card, and it's black, and you can see I've tried cutting something into it and it didn't work, but I'll be using that card as a layer, and this is using a Spellbinders die. I've used another one of these papers from that collection, and I've created a 2-layer like a shadow layer and a top layer for this die, and then I've also cut out the fancy bit for the die as well. And this is Spellbinders die, and I can't remember, I've just put the die away, but I'll put all the die information below for you. So these are all my bits and pieces that I'll be using. So let's get started, and the first thing I'm going to do is decide which way I want my card opening, and I think I'm going to have it a traditional opening where it opens like a book. So the spine is on the left, and I'm going to put this black piece here. So it's going to be kind of like not rough but kind of rustic looking. So I'm going to put this layer down with some wet glue, and this is my first layer. Okay, so that's created a nice cream frame around the edge. So now that first layer is on, I'm going to put this to a side and work on this. So I don't like the neat edge, and you can see it's already been, I don't know, I think there was some ink that went on it. So to get a rough edge on this, I've got a water brush pen with some water in, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just put some water on and just cut it away. So this will break up the fibers of the actual paper, and it will just create a nice rough edge when I tear it. So I'm just gonna wait till that sinks in a bit, and then I'm just gonna start tearing into it, and it should fray nicely. And I just want a nice fray. You can't really see, but there's a really nice fray, a slight fray, and the water causes it to fray like that. So I'm going to do the same around all 4 sides. Let the water sink in, and the wetter it is, the more fibers you can see on the paper. And these are thick papers, and this side is already quite rough and ready. So I'm just gonna pull on the paper. I need a bit more water here, and I don't know how long this paper's been sitting in. I've got this drawer with all scraps in, so this has been sitting in there for a while. And then this bit here, just pick it up like that. Okay, so I've got that sorted. Get rid of this water, and then I'm going to bring this back, and then I've got my other little pieces here. So I think I want a little black border showing, so I'll have that there. I also want a bit more of that texture showing through here. Maybe like that, and then I can have this hello piece just here, so almost like a collage of papers. And I also want to grab some ink, and I've got this tiny little Paper Mania ink pad that is so handy to use. So it's just an inch cube ink pad. So I'm just thinking this looks too neat, so I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors and just catch the edges like this. And a lot of you did comment on one of my previous videos, and you do want to see a wedding series, so I'm kind of working on some ideas for that. So hopefully I'll get some wedding cards out soon. So that's that one done. Do the same on this one, and I don't mind if there's a little tear in it. It'll just add to that rough kind of distressed look. Okay, so that's done. Get rid of all these fluffy bits. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with some hot glue and stick it quite randomly, and then add more glue to secure it after. So I'm just going to add some hot glue here. And I like the fact it lifts up when this one goes in, just adds a bit more dimension. Just want a little tear in here. It's looking too perfect. And these are double-sided note cards from Prima. So let's get some tears in here. That looks okay. So a bit more hot glue. And I'm going to just quickly stick this down as well. And you can see I'm not being overly crazily neat about this. I'm just tucking it in roughly. And I've not stuck this bit down yet. I'm going to leave this for now. And then I've got another piece here. And I think I want to split this. And I think I want to overlap it a bit here. So this one I'm going to tear. And then I'm going to add a bit of black ink to this here, just so that it's a bit more defined. I'll do the same here. So it's your card, you do whatever you fancy to it. And I think I want to get rid of a chunk here. Do the same again with this black ink pad. Like that. Most of this is going to be covered as well. But you'll see I've got out a lot of embellishments that I want to use. So let's put this down here. Maybe give it a little tear in here because this is double-sided. That's how that's looking. And then I've got this piece left from one of the tears there. Just gonna tuck this just here. Maybe I'll turn it around and tuck it here. No, I'll do it this way. I like that. And this time I'm not gonna colour the edges. Just gonna get this stuck in here just to fill up this space a bit more. So this is total freestyling, no measuring, just go for it. And the sun's just decided to come beaming in. So that's how this is looking so far. Okay, now I have my focal point, which is this, and I want to create a shadow. So I think I want to have a shadow like this. Yeah, so sorry about the glare, but you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. So I'm going to just add this layer with some wet glue, just create a tiny shadow, and I think I want my shadow off to the top right like this, and then this will then sit on here. And now for this I want a bit of dimension, so I'm going to grab, got some chipboard here, so I'm just going to cut a couple of pieces of this just to give me a bit of sturdiness and a bit of dimension. I'm just going to stick this to the back. And like I said, I'm using this only because it's sturdy, and it's about, this will give me a total of probably 4 mils of depth. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back in, and I'm going to centralize this, and again I'm going to put it down with hot glue. Actually no, I'm not, because before I put this down I have got some lace to the side here that I want to add. So I've got some lace, and I've just cut it, a bit of tea-dyed lace that I have, and I'm gonna kind of go in there. So I'm gonna add a bit of hot glue here where it's not going to be seen. Add that there, and then I'm going to go in with this one, and I'm going to add some more glue because I need to. And cards like this are great for people that love lace and, you know, that vintage look. That's going to go in the middle like so. And then I've got my this layer, which I'm going to just touch with my ink pad just to make it pop a bit more off the cream background. Going like that. And that is going to sit here, and I think I want this on a bit of dimension as well, so it's really pretty on the other side as well. So I'm going to get some more of that chipboard, stick it to the middle. Do the same, so I'm going to have 2 layers just to give me a bit of volume, and then this will just create a bit of a shadow. And if you want more shadow, you can always curl back the design, give it a bit of a lift, and that's going to create more drama. So I'm going to get this bit stuck down, bang in the middle. This is such a pretty die. I've got so many of these Spellbinder dies that I need to get out and start using, because, you know, let's be honest, they're not the cheapest dies, but the designs are really pretty, so I want to get more out and start using them. So that is that. Now recently from Hochanda I purchased some of these Anna Griffin sentiments, so I've got one of these, and these just stickers, and I think I want one of these in the middle, and this just says "You are the best," but it's looking too clean. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go in with my black ink pad, just touch the edges like that, just to give it more of an oldie look. That's how that's looking. And then I'm going to put a bit of, it's already a sticker, so it's quite tacky, but it's not sticky enough, so I always put wet glue to the back of these or foam pads, but this time I just want some wet glue, and this actually fit really nicely into that Spellbinders die. And then my embellishments. So I've got this doily that I want to use, I think. One of my handmade flowers. I've got this flower cluster from Annie, who's Miss Garden Grove 1. Hi Annie. And then I've got some paper flowers that coordinate with the paper collection that I've used on this card. And I've got a bit of scrap lace. I've got some twine and more flowers. So let's get assembling. So I do want to use this doily, but I think this is too big to use as a whole piece. So I'm just going to grab some scissors and cut this in half. And I'm using my pinking shears because I love using them on like fabric. Okay, so I'm gonna probably just tuck this under here. Yeah, I like that. So again, this is where my hot glue is going to come in. And you can use fabric glue if you wanted with stuff like this as well. I'm just using hot glue because it's quick and easy. Let's get this stuck in there. Then I have this beauty here that I want to use, and my handmade flower here. So I'm just gonna, I love the vintage colours of this, and this is just some material that I've doubled up and did a running stitch and then added a centre in the middle. So I'll stick this one down first, about here. Then I want this kind of tucked behind it a bit. So yeah, let's add this. And when I'm adding flowers, I don't think too much about what I'm doing. I just, you know, get on with it. And I want to add one of these. Probably just tuck it behind all of them. And you don't want to cover too much of your wording when you're adding your flowers. Get rid of some of these glue strings. Oh my god, I love that. Then I've got a pink one here. And these are really pretty flowers. You know, Prima flowers are just gorgeous anyway. So I'm going to add this one here. And I think I'm going to just chop the edge off here because I want it tucked in a bit more. So I'm sorry, flower. Oof. And then I want that there. So I'll add some glue. Add this just here. Got another one that matches the papers there. I think I want that one here. And I don't mind if it goes off the page a bit. I think it adds to the drama. I've got a bit of lace here. Just a bit of lace. I think I want to add the lace under here. So let's add a bit of hot glue. And I want another smaller flower just under here. And I have this tiny little black one. And I think that will look nice, and it'll tie in the black around the edge. Just tuck that in there. And see what I mean about the sun? Oh, it's quite annoying. Okay, so that's that done. And now I'm just thinking, do I need anything back here? Maybe not. I'll probably add a bit more glue here. And just to secure the paper a bit more, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue here. Now that I know where everything is. A bit of glue behind that doily so it sticks down a bit better. And that's how that's looking. Looks really nice. And on this side I feel like there's something missing here, so I'm just going to stick these little flowers down that are on the lace, and probably a bit of glue here because I don't want them moving. And then I have my twine, so I'm going to grab a bit and make a bit of a bow. Maybe make a double bow. So I'm just going to double it up on itself and then create a double loop. going to create a big bowl. And then I'm going to cut off, maybe cut off the edge, sorry, not the edge, the tails. Okay, that is going to be probably have it there. I don't know, maybe here. That looks nice. So let's have that there. And I'm just going to add that on with a tiny bit of hot glue. And then last thing, then I should be done, is I've got some gesso here. And I want to add a bit of, just a tiny bit of shabbiness to the whole thing. So I'm just going to go in, just use the top of that jar, and I'm just going to go in and catch some of the areas just to distress it a bit, even on this flower, even my handmade flower. It makes a huge difference. Take a bit of the bling away, take a bit of that gold shine away, just a bit. You can still see what's going on with it. Maybe lighten a tiny bit of these flowers up. And then nearly done. And I think maybe a tiny bit on my bow, because this is looking a bit too perfect, just to give it an aged look. Like that. And I think that is me done. So a bit of gesso makes a lot of difference. I'm just gonna grab a tissue, just rub that paint in a bit, and that is my card. So it came out really nice. I have got an insert for this, which I'm going to put in when the front dries a bit more. So I've just got some shimmer card in this brown colour, and this is die cuts with a view, and that's quite weighty, and I needed a bit of weight on the inside, just to hold the whole thing up when it's put together. I think I want a tiny bit of and that should finish it off. So that is my beautiful card for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think below. Check out all the links below. I'll put the name of the die below as well for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.